Alright guys, I wanted to show you how I set up Ableton for each week. So I'm going to take you through each step, so bear with me. I'm going to try to do it in less than 30 minutes. So try to bear with me. I think it's crucial for the MD to understand how this operates, because I believe that it further helps you know each part. And that's what an MD's job is. Music director is just that. They direct the music in each service. So that may be the guitar parts, the drum parts. So the MD has to have some knowledge of that. And I think something that would help the MD to do that is um, to know the parts. And setting up the tracks each week can help with that. So here we go. So we're going to go down here and open up Ableton Live. Alright, when you let me close this, and I'm gonna, don't save, I'm gonna open it up one more time, fresh. So here we go. Go down to Ableton Live 9 Suite and wait till it opens. Well, there it goes. You're gonna get this message. So when you turn it on, or when the window comes up, you're gonna look around here, and you're gonna see off up here in this top right screen. So just click on that and go down here to audio output device and click on built-in output. Now if you're trying to hook it up to an interface, this would say Scarlett, which is the interface that we use on Sunday morning. So let's just click built-in output. Alright, so now we're going to be able to hear sound. I'm just going to turn this thing off at the top. So, alright, so this is our real estate. This is what we're working with. And I'm going to show you as much as I can in the amount of time I have, because I don't want to spend too much time on here. So I'm just going to delete some of these. I don't need these. Delete this and that. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. I can't. Okay. Alright, if you go up here to the left, you can see this arrow, and we're going to click on that. Alright, and we're going to go down here. I'm going to drag this over a little bit. We're going to go down here to Ableton 9 Worship Media. That's what I named it. So you're going to click on that, and you're going to, right here, you're going to see all the songs that we currently are doing. And I'll have all these in there. So this week's set list, we're going to do the whole set list together, because I want to show you how we do it. Alright, so first song is Victory. Alright, so you can see here we got alternate version, multi-tracks. You want to go down here to right here. So we do the song, the original key is in B flat, but we do it in A. So click on that. Wait till it loads. Alright, now we don't need click track, because the click track is built in from up here. So we don't need the click track. So we're just going to go from guide on down. Now make sure you don't add BGVs. We don't use, I mean, we have singers, we don't use that. I just have that in case I ever want to put it online. So alright, we're gonna I'm gonna select one, and then I'm gonna drag the mouse down till you get to that last one. And then I'm going to left click and drag in. Okay. Alright, I'm going to wait till it, don't let go of it until you get over here, okay? Alright, give that a second to load. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need that. There has to be something in this space over to the right in order for us to be able to put anything in. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that because we don't need it. Alright, so now we're going to start on this first one. Alright, so I don't know why that's not letting me bring it down. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to start with this first one. Alright, so we're going to click on this first guide. We're going to Command A, and that's going to select everything. So what we want to do is we want to group these, because these are right here are called scenes. Okay, you can see this. Each one has a scene. So you have intro, verse 1, chorus, that kind of thing. And you'll understand what I'm talking about if you use it a lot. Alright, so you want to push, let's try that again. We're going to push Command A, and that's going to do everything. And as they're all selected, we're going to do Control right click. Okay, Control right click. And you're going to go to group tracks. We want to group it together. Alright, there we go. So I grouped them all together. So if we go right here, we can make it bigger or make it smaller. So when you're during practice and you want to maybe cut something off or anything like that, this is where you go to that little arrow pointing to the right, the greater than sign. All right. So now, first off, we're going to name this. So you want a shortcut that I use is Command R. Okay, that allows you to write in a little block, but you have to select it first. So we're going to do 1 victory. All right, and I like it to do it all caps. That's just a personal thing. I like to look at that, and just pick a color. So we're going to do Control right click. I'm going to pick red. Okay, and if I want to go over here and select all and change the color to the top, Control right click, do that. And then right here in the groups, I just drag, I click on the first thing and I drag. Okay, go down here, Control right click, red. Alright, and that makes them all red. Well, I forgot the top. Alright, makes them all red. Okay, I just like it to be uniform, that's all. We're going to start over here. I'm not going to go over here yet. I'm going to start here first. Alright, so there's one more thing we have to do to this in order for it to work correctly. So in order for it to jump to each scene, we have to use a plug-in. Otherwise, it would stop on number 1 and wouldn't move to the rest of the scenes. So let's get out of this. We're going to go here to Max for Live. Alright, and we're going to go Max Audio Effects and then Follow Scene. Okay, we're going to left click on it and drag it in, but be very careful to drag just on the first one, because I've run into a lot of things that can happen if it gets put in here twice. It'll jump around. So let's let that load for a second, and you're going to do this for each song. We're going to put it on the first scene on guide. Alright, if you look down here, there's a lot of different things. So you can do clip in, bypass looping time. Alright, this is very crucial. It has to be on clip end and it has to be on next. So what that's telling us is that it's going to go to the end of this clip and then it's going to jump the follow action. It's going to go to the next scene. So that's what we want it to do. We want it to go to the next scene. So that's going to be on every single one of them. Alright, so before we go any further, I want to go ahead and save this, okay, because it would be a bummer to do all your work, get it almost done, and accidentally exit out of it. Now, Ableton's good at picking up your file again, but let's be better safe than sorry. So we go to Save Live Set. Alright, and this is my file that I usually save it in, so let's go to the desktop so it'll be easier to find. So you go down to Sunday Set List 2017, alright, and a little shortcut that I use is I click on one of these and click over here. You can type it all in, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to go to the 7th month, the 2nd, which would be this coming Sunday. Alright, so alright, we're going to click back over here to save it in this folder. Alright, let's see if I did it all right. Save, and that just saves our work, making sure we don't accidentally exit out of it. Give it just 1 second. Okay. Alright, we're going to move on to the next song when it finishes loading. Alright. Okay, so in order to get more scenes, you want to click Command I. Okay, so there has to be a gap in between each song, and if there's not, what the plugin will do is just jump to the next song. We don't want that to happen. We want it to stop after the song ends. So there has to be a space in the scenes. Alright, so we're going to add our next song. Alright, so next song is Love Goes On. We're going to exit out all this. I'm going to find L. I got it alphabetized. So Love Goes On in E. This week's going to be in E. And I'll have each key on here. So we can do the same thing. We're going to click on Guide and we're going to drag down. Make sure you don't put any of the vocal parts in there. So remember, drag from, oh, see, I done clicked on it. Alright, I'm just going to delete that. Get that out of there. Alright, so click and drag. Left click. Left click and drag to where you need it. Alright, left click again and drag to the spot where you want it. And that's where I want it, right there. Okay? Let's let that load. Alright, we're going to do the same thing as I'm going to put this over there. We're going to do the same thing as we did last time. Alright, so we're going to, this is a little shortcut that I use. Command A, and what I do is while holding Command, I just click off of that one because I don't need that one. I don't want that to be grouped in. And I'm going to click Control, right click, and we're going to go to Group Tracks. Alright, it's going to group all that. Alright. Command R. Alright, so this is going to be song 2. Love Goes On. Alright. And then we're going to change the color. I'm just going to change it to, I like this blue here. I'm change it to that. Command A again. Control right click. Just remember you do that or you won't be able to get in here. Same color. I'm going to click here, drag down, Control, and these are just simple ways to do it quicker, and I had to learn that the hard way. All right, so now that we've done that and we've changed the color. Now remember, this extends it to the left. So if we want it to extend it just a little more so it shows the words, we can just slide it over. Okay, let me slide it over. It wants to do this sometimes. There we go. Let me slide it over so it just looks a little better. Alright, so there's that one. We got to do one more step, and that's adding the plugin. Alright, we do the same thing. We go to Max for Live, go to Max Audio Effects, follow Scene, drag it over here. Alright, remember, clip End and Next. Push that down. And you want to make sure that there's not 2 over here. So there's only 1. You want to make sure there's not 2, because I've run into a lot of mistakes of where if there's another one over here, it adds for a bad set because it'll mix all up. Alright, one more. So in order to add another scene, remember Command I. Alright, and if you wanted to add another track, Command T, and that adds another audio scene, but we don't really need that, but I'm just showing you. Alright, we had our third song, which is What a Beautiful Name. Alright, we're going to go back over here to Ableton 9. We're going to go down to What a Beautiful Name. Alright, and remember I have 2 keys here. We're going to do it in D this week. Alright, and remember, don't get the click in there. We don't need the click. I just put it in there just because. So we're going to click on God and then drag down the strings. Don't add the BGVs. Alright. Okay. Alright, let it load. We're going to do the same thing again, okay? So we're going to click Command A. Command A, let's see. Got a little distracted. Command A. So we're going to hold Command. Love Goes On, we're going to click that. Victory, we're going to click that. We are going to Control right click, Group Tracks. Okay. We're going to Command R. Alright. And we're going to name it 3. What a Beautiful Name. All right. Alright, we're going to control right click. I'm going to just change the color to black. Click on that one, Command A, black. We're going to click and drag, that way we can color all of them. Alright, I'm going to close that out for a second so I can widen it. Alright, there we go. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Let me go back in there. Alright, Command R. Put that over a little bit. Alright. We gotta add our Max for Live, follow scene, add it to guide. Alright. Remember, it's got to be clip end. Next. Okay. We'll pull that down. Push this over. Alright, so that's our 3 songs. We've added everything we need to add. So let's go back now and make sure everything looks right. So we've added our follow scene. And now, just for practice, we're going to so I'm going to do Command A. So for practice, it's going to come out of, we're going to go up to exit out, and this is just sending our audio. So we're just going to send it to 1 and 2 because there's only one XLR cable plugged into the interface. So, but this will be fine to make it work for practice. All right, so let's do that to every one of them. All right. Last one. Command A. All right. There we go. All right, that's our 3 songs. And if you see how I got it laid out, it kind of goes in a flow. All right. So that's the 3 songs. Okay, now we're going to go over here to the right. And it never hurts to click Command S, and that just saves your work. Okay. All right, let's do one more step before we go over here and start putting in the everything that we need to make it work better. Hold up, it's saving. All right. So we need to create the flow time, and this is another big step. We need to create that flow time. So we're going to add some more scenes. All right, and we're just going to go ahead and click drums. And we're gonna go here to drums, and we're gonna go down to LCQ pack, and we're gonna double click it. Okay. All right, and we're gonna extend it just a little bit, and then we're gonna Command R, delete that, and then we're going to 4, and we're gonna put flow time. I always make flow time white, just because flow time's white. All right, and so where we want the scene at, we're going to go click on that scene, and then we're going to control right click, insert MIDI clip. Now this might be getting a little complicated. I can show you this again if you need to. You can watch this video several times. Or we're going to make it flow time. I just like to make it white just because. I like to make it look nice and neat. Alright, so we're going to go down here. We're going to turn off loop because we don't need that. And if you can see, let me turn this on. You can see if I click on something, it bridge, lights up.
Tag.
Alright. Alright, I have to extend this. So what we want to do first. So we want to go here. Command R. We're going to type in flow time. Alright, we're going to type in the BPM. Now, what I've done is, if you go back over to Ableton, you can see I put the time signature here. Okay, so it's 68 BPM. So we want to go back here at R. We want to do we want to go 69 BPM. We want to put a semicolon. Okay. And then we want to do the time signature of the song. So it's 4/4. Alright? So that's very important. And I'm jumping a step here just to put this in so I can show you how to make the flow time. But we'll talk about that more in a minute, okay? So how we put this in, so these are MIDI notes. So when you click on this and we put these in, it will sound a MIDI note, which are these.
Bridge, pre-chorus.
Alright, so what we need is band, is what I like to put in.
Band.
Well, wait a second. I want to change this to 8. So this is the time signature for 8. So in order to do that, I need to extend this. Well, it's not letting me do it. Okay. Let me extend it.
Band.
Alright, maybe now it'll let me do it. Alright, let me do this. Type this back in. Delete that. I think it's reading something. Alright, type this back in. Just give me 1 second. BPM 4-8. That just makes the click a little faster. It's better for the drummer. Better for you daily. Alright, we're going to go back. Control right click, insert MIDI clip. Alright. Turn off the loop. And now let's try dragging this. Still not letting me drag it. Let's see if it'll work without dragging it.
Band. Two.
Y'all just give me 1 second here.
3. 4. Band. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you see that's too fast.
2, 3, 4.
So I need to extend over. Alright, it's wanting to act up today, right when I'm trying to. Alright, we're going to try this again. We're going to go back and do it again. How about that? Alright, it won't hurt to show you twice. So we go back over here to drums, click on twice, right click or left click twice. Alright, let's go on down here and try this ahead of time. So we're going to control right click, insert MIDI clip, and I'm going to see if it's going to let me drag it. There we go. Alright, we're going to extend it to 2.4, and that's if we're adding 4/8. So we're going to extend it to 2.4. We're going to add band. So band will be on the first one. Skip a line. 2, 3, no, delete that. 3. Bring this over just a little bit. 4. Alright, that should work. Now let's hear it. So make sure the loop is off or we'll just keep repeating. So let's make sure.
Band. 2, 3, 4.
Alright, turn on the click. Click members up here. And you can see when I click on that,
Band.
what it does.
2, 3,
It changes
4.
It changes the tempo up here. So what this right here, typing this in over here in this scene, is telling the computer what time signature it is. So when you switch songs, that's how it helps, okay? So what we did that, so we got to go back up here and change this. Let me change this real quick. Flow time. Alright, we're going to change it to white. Change this to white. You don't have to do you don't have to do these colors. This is what I've just got accustomed to. Alright, I did all that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and change the color of these to this color. Command A selects all of them. Change it. Let's change the color from that. I like everything to be nice and neat, like I said. Alright, so we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. Putting in the scenes. And the reason I do this is like on Easter Sunday when that accident happened and Daly clicked it in. That's why we do this. Because we're able to click in at any part of the song when we want to. Alright, so Command R. we're going to type victory. So if you don't know the time signature, which sometimes I don't either, so we're going to go back to Ableton over here, find victory 127. Alright, Command R, 27 BPM. This formula every time. You put in the tempo and then you put in the time signature. 444, okay? And you want to do that every single time. So now we're going to outlay the song. And how I do this is I just let it play and I just type. And what I do is I Command C, which copies that, and when I want to paste it, I just do Command V. Well, you have to be in Command V, and then when I want to go to the next one, I press Tab, Command V, Tab, Command V, Tab, and that's how I do it. I'm just gonna delete these. All right, so we're just gonna play the song.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, as you can hear, all right, and spacebar is stop.
1, 2.
So that stops it. So that I'm going to do this song, and I'm just going to show you how I do it. All right, so bear with me. So that's the intro. Now the way to speed up this process a little bit is this thing right here. So let me show you how that works. If I go up here, and I click, left click and slide up, it fast forwards. Let me do it. I don't know what I just did. But as the song's playing, if you click and slide forward, that allows you to fast forward so you can get to another part faster. So I'm going to do this first song and show you how I do it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Verse. Pre-chorus.
You can see right here, if you look down here, you can see that actual time of where you're at on that scene. So we're going to the chorus.
Chorus.
Alright, we know that's the chorus, so we can fast forward a little bit.
Instrumental.
Alright.
Verse.
Alright, we can let it play.
Pre-chorus.
Alright, we're going to fast forward. Yep, I missed that one, but that's the chorus.
Chorus. Instrumental.
Alright, let's spell that. Alright.
Bridge.
Another bridge.
Bridge. Chorus. Chorus. Bridge.
that's the first song, and that just gives you an overview of how I do that. So I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm gonna do the rest of those. We do it just like that.